right. What's up, guys? There he is. Let us know you can see us. It's a little bright.
Carl.
Turn like this. Oh, that's much better. No, it's great. You just need to face that way.
You didn't want to close it?
Well, it looks good. No, you can if you want. Oh, you mean the window itself?
Yeah, the
You
window.
can close the window, yeah. I think it's this one that's loud. What's up, guys? Hey, you can see us. Cool. Paulette, let's see, we got 3 of you. We're going to have a little hangout. Carl, Paulette, and Wild Boy. Well, guys, happy Saturday.
It is a pretty solid, man. A little.
Doesn't feel like Saturday. There he is.
Better?
If we face like this, yeah, it's okay. All right. Well, guys, welcome. That's a sports weasel right there.
What's going on, people?
Welcome to the Gold Member Squad private stream here on Patreon exclusive Trilogy Media. Oh, you're welcome. We were streaming on your day off. Glad it's your day off. Yeah, what's up, brother?
No, tell me how you're feeling. You're the one who today is like...
I am. I'm getting on an airplane in like 4 hours for a very long ass flight.
That's a normal flight?
It's gonna be.
Normal flight?
I've never
All
done
you
it
need
before.
is like couple little...
A couple, 2, 3
drinks on the
old fashions
plane,
at
and
LAX.
that's it.
Oh.
You're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, no, this is a great way to end the week, though. I love these, like these private ones, these hangouts.
Yeah.
They're kind of like therapy. We can just kind of like just block out everything else for a little bit and just talk about whatever. So these are fun. I really enjoy these. It's kind of therapeutic. What's on your mind, brother? What's going on?
Well, no, it's a weekend, so I don't know. Weather is beautiful in LA.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people by the pool.
Yep,
Yeah, people enjoying, swimming,
Yeah.
drinking, screaming.
that's right.
Yeah. Yesterday was wild.
Yeah,
It was wild.
yeah. Yeah, I was running errands all day and just...
It's
This is
getting
actually the first moment to stop. I was just saying I was hungover yesterday morning from Thursday's stream. Were you drinking with us on Thursday? That's awesome. Paulette, did you have Guinness? Or no, you commented. I think you said you had... You said that
Different beer.
she was drinking something. I don't think it was Guinness, but she was
Yeah.
drinking with us. Maybe it was rum. I can't remember. But yeah, we've had a couple, 2 or 3 streams filming where we've had a fair share of hangovers the next day.
Boy.
Argentina got fucked again.
I know. I know.
Sailor Jerry. There you go, Paulette.
Yeah, Argentina is out and Portugal is out. Unfortunately, I was like planning, everybody wanna see Messi and Ronaldo facing each other. Not gonna happen. They're both going home. So France and Uruguay. Holy shit. So Russia is playing tomorrow. Russia, Spain, and a lot of people gonna die in LA on Monday because you know who's playing? Brazil versus Mexico. That's gonna be, and in California, especially in Los Angeles, that's the biggest community of Brazilian people. So yeah, it's gonna be huge.
I know it's not the World Cup, but my home state almost won the Baseball College World Series. That's pretty cool. I like baseball. I haven't been to a baseball game in forever, but I do enjoy it. My poor Argentinian friends won't hear the end of it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Paulette, Sailor Jerry, I had a couple 2 or 3 bad nights with Sailor Jerry a few years back, so I haven't had Sailor Jerry in quite some time. But it's pretty.
What is it?
Rum, I think.
Rum.
I think it's rum. It's rum, right? Sailor Jerry, I think it's rum.
Hmm.
It's pretty potent. It's pretty strong.
The first time when I started like trying rum more often than as usual,
Mai Tais.
Mai Tai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Mai Tais. I live in, is it Framingham or Framingham?
Framingham.
Tons of Brazilians live here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sake is personal favorite. Carl likes. I like sake. 93 proof. Yeah, it's strong. It's like
99.
yeah.
It's like that. What is it called? Homemade. You remember we've been drinking in the previous apartment? Homemade.
Homemade.
Not homemade. 90 something proof. 100 something proof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was it Southern Comfort?
Yeah. Something.
There's
Like that.
it's yeah.
Same stuff.
We are drinking. I think we've said it before on a couple past streams, but like it's diminished substantially. Just in the last
Yeah,
year.
there's no time.
There's no time really. Like
Yes.
we are drinking, you know, I don't like saying party nights because they were never like just for the hell of it. Like more often than not, we were celebrating something. But like they happened a lot, and we have more to celebrate now. But because of that, we have less time to actually celebrate it. So that's what
funny.
tends to happen.
That's right, Carl. It is a gasoline. It's 100% gasoline.
I live in a duplex. Mexicans next door. We'll have to root for Mexico. Yeah, you better, I guess.
There you go. I have a lot of,
I'm gonna be
Mexicans' buddies.
I'm gonna be so out of tune from all of it for the next little while. Not that I was
Yeah.
following it to begin with, but
I know, seriously.
Well, so Carl, you've been on these before. Paulette and Wild Boy. I don't think have you guys been on any of these private streams? I can't particularly remember. We
I don't
we
remember
do them
Wild
about
Boy.
once a month, and we just do it. A, because we love them, but B, just as a place for those of you in this group. We party with the Mexicans all the time. I bet they tequila. I bet a lot of tequila.
Doesn't. We have a couple Mexicans. The wife. Yeah.
But you know, it's just a place where we can just kind of have a little hangout. And my first private stream, I feel special. Well, you are special,
Yes.
and we appreciate
Well,
you. And I mean,
that's
of course,
true.
we appreciate everybody. But you guys that are doing this are. There was a minor earthquake in Mexico City because people were jumping up and down. And John, no, they just joined me. Yeah. I mean, you obviously we appreciate any form of support, but this is like a really special, like, group that we take very seriously. And you guys not only just joining Patreon, but like doing it more than most is like, you know, it's a big deal. And at least one way we can connect with you guys. This is my first Trilogy private stream. Yes. So. You know, just kind of like a hangout, kind of like a Google Hangout in a sense. It's just in the form of a stream, so you guys can comment as much as you want, and the comments are not coming by 500 miles an hour like they are in regular streams. So we can actually read them all and address them all. And if you guys have,
What take you so long? Because I'm trying.
we can answer questions a little bit more in detail and just talk about stuff that we just wouldn't normally talk about on a public stream or don't have time to or whatever. And just if you guys have curious about anything, you just kind of hang out. We just like these. Like I really like doing these.
I like when you said like a therapy.
It is. It's kind of therapeutic
Yeah.
because we can just like, we can kind of,
Yeah, a lot of questions.
we can
a lot
more,
of, like,
we can ramble more about things off topic that are just on our mind as opposed to a normal public stream where it's just constant. Like we have to do this, and this, and trying to read comments
Yeah.
and do the
It's
game.
more calmer.
And calling
Yeah, it's
scammers,
like
and it's just there's a
exactly.
lot going on. I love watching art destroy the English language. Ashton, I saw you on Henry Danger. What was that friddle chip? Thank you. The friddle chip was an actual chip. I think it was some knockoff brand of Doritos or whatever. But funny story, they had to like had this like food coloring to make it blue. They had the blue and the red chips. And the food coloring was so strong. I don't know if they just didn't know this ahead of time or just didn't test it, but the second you take a bite out of the chip, it dyes your whole mouth bright blue, like your teeth, your tongue, like bright blue. And I had to do like 7 or 8 takes, and I can't have my mouth blue at the beginning of each take. So after every take, I'd have to get up, go over. They had a little makeshift mouth washing station for me. Not only mouth washing station, but like more than just toothpaste. Like I had to rinse my mouth with like what's that? Not baking soda, but like it was like I forget what I don't know what I'm trying to say. But they had like this special stuff. I had to like scrub, not brush, scrub my entire mouth out in between each take. I had to brush my teeth like 7 times that day in a 2-hour period, and like my mouth had never been cleaner. So they actually didn't really taste that good, but it was actually a chip. It just had dye on it. But that was really fun thing to shoot. Shot here in Burbank.
Yeah, I remember you got home from that day.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah,
It was really
with the
fun.
pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. They had this whole like rock mountain set built just for that little clip I was in, that little short thing. But they had this whole like section of the room built with this set, this mountainside set, which was just for like that little exchange, which was really cool. You get any sleep meds for the flight? That or get wasted? It'll probably be the latter. I thought about that, and I'm like, you know, I've never taken a sleep medication, so I don't know how it's going to work. I wouldn't really want to experiment with it on an airplane. I know the alcohol will work, so I'll just maybe have a few drinks beforehand. And the longest flight I've done is 5.5 hours, and today it's 11. So
Well, it's just like double. Yeah.
yeah,
You
it's
watch a
just
couple movies and
just
it's
double.
over.
It's just double.
Yeah.
A bumperoni pizza was actually a real thing years ago. I was at an after-hours party. People actually put cocaine on the pizza. Bumper. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh my God. Cocaine and pizza. Well, that's one way to spend a Friday night.
Yeah, we're so far away from drugs. Never like me and Ashisima never done any drugs.
Thankfully, yeah.
I know, seriously.
This is an industry where it's very prevalent and very easy to fall into
Especially
that
here
stuff.
in LA, it's just unbelievable. You meet people and you would never ever would think that person is doing drugs.
Yeah.
Like lawyers and then doctors, police officers, like just name it, all of them, and it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, we're like really healthy.
Drugs are not good. That's right.
Yeah, it's not.
They put weed on pizza in Cambodia. They call it a happy pizza. That is a happy pizza. That's so funny. Yeah. No, I've never, believe it or not, I've never tried weed. Never. Not once.
No. I told you before, like somebody else, I was like in Belarus, if you're gonna get caught, regardless of what you have, cocaine, weed or any drugs like heroin, 10 to 15, sometimes 20 years in prison.
Wow.
So drug is drug. They don't, like separate drugs.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Except for alcohol.
yeah. Yeah, that's what we drink.
It's a drug.
People cannot afford drugs.
Yeah.
In Russia, in Belarus, it's just like.
No, I've never tried weed. I have nothing against it. It's just personally, the smell, I'm kind of repulsed by it, honestly. And two, I don't. That's the opposite of the effect it has on me is the opposite of what I want. My addiction is caffeine. I need like an upper. I need to keep me going because I have so much stuff to do. So anything that would chill me out or relax me or make me less productive or more lazy, it's just not a good thing, Edibles, I know, but still, it's the effect, It's the slowing me down. Plus, I kind of have an addictive personality, and I just wouldn't even want to mess with it. There's no point.
Oh, here we go. So to make, like, even drinking, right? Like for Russian people, it's a tradition. You don't drink just to get wasted. Doesn't work like that. After every single shot, you have to say a toast for your parents, for your friends, for people that you love, for your girlfriend, for your country. So it's a kind of like, we drink a lot, but it's like we thankful to a lot of things. So when you're thankful, you say that it's like, I don't know, it's like you're praying while you're drinking. It's just like, it's different. It's not like, hey, let's get.
It's a culture, and there's a respect behind it, which
exactly. There is like,
and it's just a social dynamic. It makes it a lot more fun, I think. Which a lot of the times when we do nights like that, we're drinking for celebratory reasons. They're not just doing it just to get fucked up. Like we're drinking to acknowledge what's happening in our life, acknowledge the loved ones around
how
us.
blessed we are and stuff like that.
But just lately, we've just been no time. Like, when was the last time we had a night where we just drank and hung out and didn't work at all? Like, when was the last time we did that? Is there a drinking age in Russia? Paulette asked. Legally, though. Obviously, they probably don't follow it, but is there a law? What's the law?
Yeah, probably 18.
Probably.
16,
He
18,
doesn't even
probably
know.
Something like that.
I think it should be 18. I mean, honestly, why is it 21? Like, what's the reason behind that?
So you can go and serve in the
You can
army
go and get
die.
shot,
get shot
defending your country.
to protecting your country, but you're not allowed to drink.
You can't buy a drink.
So
It's just really weird to me. Yeah.
how does it work?
I don't know. But, it is what it is.
No.
Just go to Russia, I guess, if you want to drink younger.
No, I mean, go to any.
Drinking age where I'm going is 18,
No, here
but
we go.
I'm 27, so it doesn't matter.
Here we go. I'm excited. Like, so Stisima will do his best to bring like a regional Jameson from the mother island.
On Tuesday, I think, we're going to the factory.
I know.
So.
And I'm not like I can take that night off and. When you're gonna get back?
Oh yeah, that'll be one of our nights.
Crush that bottle of
I'm
Jameson.
too young to drink, but I'm old enough to gamble. I'm 19. Where do you live? Maybe is the gambling age 18 in your state? It's usually most places 21, right? What's Art going to do without you, Ashton? He's probably gonna relax and like take a breather and be happy to have some time alone.
Gonna do live stream
or film
for Trilogy Media.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Well, we both have extremely hectic lives, and even though Trilogy is a big crux of our life and our career and our biggest passion, it's still not the only thing we have to do on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. So we have to kind of manipulate each other's schedules to meet and do what we got to do, and then other than that, we don't see a whole lot of each other, honestly.
Yeah, communicating by emails, text messages, and stuff.
I'll be in my room, he'll be in his room, and I'll just be Dexter on my computer, fast typing and just texting him, and we'll just communicate that way. I live in Arkansas, but also 20 minutes from the Oklahoma border, and there's 2 casinos in the area. Oklahoma gambling age is 18. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know it was statewide. I knew there were some casinos, like here, there's some casinos in California on Indian reservations that some of them you can gamble at 18. I know the one up by Santa Barbara, you can gamble at 18. But for the most part, it's 21. But we're only 4 hours from Vegas, so if we really want to gamble, we just go up to Vegas.
Yeah, we used to, a couple of years ago, we used to have that, like, hey, brother, you know what? Like, let's jump in the car and just drive. And we will drive and, like...
Again, one of those things we used to have time for.
Yeah, that's true.
Gambling is illegal. Fine with me. This shit is rigged. Yeah, it is rigged. It's entertainment. It's not anything you can profit on. I live a couple hours from Foxwoods in Connecticut. That must be a casino. Yeah, we used to do that like a couple years back. We used to go to Vegas every couple months, even for one night, just get away and...
Brother, what are you doing? Nothing. Okay, I will see you in 30 minutes. Boom!
Let's go.
People show up, and we jump in the car and
just get the fuck out of here.
What you guys doing for Independence Day?
Yeah,
so how you guys gonna celebrate 4th of July? So what are you guys gonna do?
Parties,
where are you guys gonna go?
Working, hangovers. Paulette, have some Sailor Jerry for us, maybe.
Sailor Jerry. We have Captain Jack living next to us.
Yeah, we have one of the boats right out front here. They're building a huge casino right outside Boston. Oh, okay. There's a guy that's always out on his boat playing like a ukulele and singing.
Especially summertime.
And
he's out, yeah.
It's kind of right by my window, and it's for some reason, it's the most relaxing thing to me. I don't know if it's just because I know it's live or what, but him playing, he's just playing. Well, it's not just a recording, If you hear live music, it's always different, So it's so relaxing. I love him, but we named him Captain Jack, even though we've never met him. We don't know who he is.
Yeah, he will text me like, "Oh, Jack is out," and I was like, "I know." I was like, I would go from the gym and pass his boat, and he's like, and I was like, "Jack is out."
2 casino owned by different reservations. One is Choctaw, and the other is Cherokee. Gotcha.
Wow, a lot of casinos in America.
Yeah, they're all over the place. I didn't know there was any states that had a statewide gambling age of 18, though. It's interesting.
It's kind of like, hey, you're a team, coming over.
Partying with the Mexicans, we get fireworks from New Hampshire every year. People come over and we have a blast. Oh, that's fun. You guys have a cat, Boris? We don't have a cat. We have a reindeer. They do fireworks here. In fact,
it's gonna be crazy.
You better plan around that. They close like all the roads here in Marina Del Rey because everybody from in a 10-mile radius comes to Marina Del Rey to watch this fireworks show. Oh, yeah.
We got 2. What's going on with Trilogy Media? We have 2.
Yes. So I'm gonna be on for 2 weeks, but we have. I actually just finished editing 2 scammer grammar videos yesterday. I finished them. I had to get them. I wanted to get them done before I left because I was gonna be so unable to do anything. Like I'll have a laptop with me, but it's just I can't do things nearly as fast. So we filmed 2 scammer grammars and I edited them and uploaded them, and they're fucking hysterical. He hasn't even seen them.
That was my question. That's what I want to ask. Okay.
Oh, they're hysterical. And both have very distinct names of what they're about. But but you'll have, so they're going to be out. First one will be out Thursday, and the next one will be the following Thursday. But they're going up actually on Patreon. I'm going to put them up 2 days early, just since they're done already. Because usually I try to put them in up earlier in the day for Patreon or the day before. But since they're done, I just scheduled them. So Tuesday, you guys are going to get to see it 2 days early. Then it's going to go up on Thursday on YouTube, and then the same thing for the following week. So 2 brand new scammer grammars, which are some of my favorites. They're hysterical.
Really?
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Shit.
The outcomes might not be what you think, So I'll just leave you with that. So that'll take us into just a couple days before I get back. And then, we'll have a whole new slate of videos going right from there. So it'll be like we never left. Plus, we got other Patreon stuff scheduled, too. So I usually try to put something out at least every Wednesday. So the next 3 Wednesdays, I already have stuff ready to go. So, Wild Boy, is it going to be uncensored? The early access videos that we do early on Patreon aren't uncensored only because what I'm basically doing is sharing the YouTube video with you early. But we do put the uncensored videos on Patreon. I just have to do them as separate videos, if that makes sense. So they usually just come a little bit later. But these are definitely worthy of being uncensored on Patreon because there's a lot to censor. So I will slate the next round of uncensored videos to be both of these. At least the second one. The second one's intense, the guy he was talking to. So they will be uncensored. The early access won't be, only because it's YouTube early viewage, because it's the YouTube video, but I will put those up on uncensored videos, I promise. What makes me laugh the most is when Art during Ashton's reaction. Oh my God, talk about reactions. These two videos are hysterical. They had us out of our chair. Like, it's so freaking funny. Carl, what about the prank Johnny Cash played? Yes, it's scheduled on Patreon for, I don't think it's this Wednesday. I think it's the following Wednesday. I think it's a week from Wednesday.
Johnny Cash.
But Johnny Cash
Oh my
played
God.
a prank on me, a good one. And I did not see it coming. It was so simple, but it was, you know,
Yeah, I remember you got home, you was like,
pretty
oh,
funny.
that's what's going on, what do you think?
Again, for some reason people like pranking me into thinking that like I have like stalkers or like people mad at me. Like that's just like the go-to thing people do to mess with me. It's like,
Yep.
why?
Yep. That's funny. People still commenting on a video on a prank that I did to you.
No, I
People
saw
like,
that.
I hope you got back to him. I hope you this.
The best revenge is slowly baked, if that makes sense. You know, I can't just fire back. It's got to be like a 5-year development process, so it has the biggest possible punch in the face, metaphorically.
Yeah.
So one of these days, you're not going to expect it. It might be like, you know, you might be like celebrating your kid's 2nd birthday, and then here comes Dextissimo with the most epic revenge in recorded prank history.
And you're like, oh, remember what happened in 2017? And I was like,
Fuck you.
2017? 50 years ago, you still remember that?
So I have not forgotten about that, and I won't forget about that. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But one of these days, I'm going to get something,
You never
and
know.
it will be epic.
All right, I always feel something on my shoulders. I know.
Watch over your shoulder.
Watch over your shoulder. Yeah, but Johnny Cash definitely.
Johnny Cash got me.
It's a
It's
simple
hysterical.
one, but it's so.
You see me have a little freak out. Not see, you hear it. It's like a phone call thing. You'll see. Yeah. I think it's a week from Wednesday.
I love how Carl remembers everything. Carl, you're the man.
Carl's on
right?
top of it. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like a steel trap.
Yeah. He knows everything about like every single game, what like happening.
The other day I wanted Art to try an Irish accent. That would have been funny. That would have been funny. That would be funny. Can you do an Irish accent?
Yeah, I need to hang out with the person next to me, drink with Irish, and then I will.
Yeah. Listen to it. And then
Yeah,
repeat
listen to it and then.
What if
do
I
it.
came back with an Irish accent?
That won't happen.
Little one. That would be funny.
I didn't see that happening, but you never know.
No, I don't think it'll happen. However,
You still don't have a Russian accent, and we've been living
I
like,
know.
like for 2 years.
But what's funny though is I do notice a lot now, because I'm never obviously aware of the fact that I have an accent to them, right? But since Amy has such an accent, like, and we're constantly pointing out the things that are different, I'm noticing my own accent a lot more now when I pronounce certain letters, like letter A, like, you know, like we say car, right? But they say car. That it's like softer on the vowels. It's like stuff like that, and like T's, like butter. Like we just kind of roll over the T's like butter, but they say butter. You know, they hit. So like I'm noticing my own accent now a lot more often.
How crazy, right?
So it's kind of interesting, but.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be the foreigner for 2 weeks. I'm not used to that at all.
I know.
My 80-something-year-old aunts just came back from Ireland, and my grandfather's family is in County Meath, probably. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna be in County Mayo, and Dublin, Galway, and Cork.
It's crazy.
And I've never left North America. This is just gonna be such culture shock. It has not hit me at all that this is happening in a few hours. Like not even close.
Yeah.
I'm still packing.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna take you to LAX tonight.
you sure?
What time are we leaving?
You don't have to. I mean, if you're busy, but I would like to leave at 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need to stop and get currency at the Terminal 2. I need to go to currency exchange. Need to check a bag, and then do security and customs. I don't know if they do customs on this end or the other end.
What time is your actual flight?
It's until 7:45. But I'd like to leave a little extra time to wait in line at the currency counter.
Especially it's weekend.
It's weekend, it's international. I don't know, I've never done international. And I've new airline, a lot of news. Went to California 2 years ago. I have family in Fontana. They told me they can hear my accent, but I couldn't hear it when I was in Cali. That's funny. Don't pack the car too far from the yard, Paulette. Wild boy, yeah. I sometimes hear the accent when I talk. Sometimes I have like some family on the East Coast and stuff, and you know, it's a little bit of an accent difference. Amy says that there's a distinguishable California accent versus like other people, because she's got family in Georgia and stuff. So there's like she kind of just makes fun of me for it, but I guess there's distinguishable assets about the SoCal accent versus the rest of the country.
California.
But,
We definitely. But meanwhile, we have such an international city, Los Angeles.
It's like a melting pot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Los Angeles, New York, Miami. Miami, yeah.
There's like more people, I think, in this city than all of Ireland or something. I forget. I think there's like what?
And that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Like when you can hear so many accents, so many languages, and you like start picking up. Okay, they're speaking this language. You know, I'm start getting better with when they're speaking Chinese, Mandarin, Korean. So they're like, oh, I was like, are you South Korean? And like, how do you know that? I was like, well, I'll really start getting, you know, the vibes and stuff and.
Well, even now, like even just my life is surrounded now with people that are from different backgrounds. Like, you know, it's my business partner, you from Russia, and girlfriend. I'm the only one that talks normal to me, you know?
Yeah. Well, Junior Yachts is American, so.
That's true. That's true.
Angela.
She was born here.
She was born here. Yeah, she doesn't have accent.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, guys. So basically, that's the life. Arstissimo gonna take off soon.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna be lonely, or like it's gonna be quiet here for 2 weeks?
It's always quiet.
I don't think when was the last time we were apart for more than a week? That was last year when you went to Russia last year.
That's right.
For 2 weeks, and
So
I felt
for 5 weeks.
And it was weird for me.
5 weeks.
Was it? No, 5 weeks.
5 weeks, yeah. I went originally for 2, but I stayed longer because I have to jump in that construction for 5 weeks. Yeah, I was like more than a month.
Huh.
Yeah, I was gone.
Felt very weird.
Yeah.
Felt very weird.
But we were more active in the previous apartment.
Well, yeah, but we also didn't have a fraction of the things going on that we do now. So.
100%. 100%.
You know, taking leave what life gives you, you know. But it's crazy. I can't freaking believe that 2018 is now officially half over.
It is. Holy shit.
Actually, today, end of June, is 6 months.
6 months
That's
from now.
insane.
So
That's
we're gonna
insane.
hit Independence Day, then we're gonna hit what's the next one?
We got my birthday, because everybody celebrates that.
Right.
And then we have Labor Day, and then we're into the fall
Thanksgiving.
and into the holidays. That's crazy.
And then Christmas. How crazy is that? Getting older. Getting older and older. Carl, how old are you, by the way?
Carl. How old is Carl? What would you guess before you comments it?
26, 27?
No, I think he's younger.
Younger?
Well, no, because he just graduated. I would say 24. How old are you, Carl? I think you're 24.
Between 24 and 27?
26. Yeah, you're right.
Boom. 26,
There you go.
27. Good job, Carlissimo.
Oh, Paulette. Paulette, you don't look. I mean, you look like you're in your 30s. You don't look any older than that. But we would never ask because that's disrespectful.
In America is inappropriate. Yeah. But when you go to Europe, people ask like, you know, how old are you? And people answer. I get it a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
Looking young, girl.
That's
Looking
right.
young. Yeah, I'm actually.
57. Oh my goodness. Oh, you look great. You look great.
Wow.
You don't look that at all.
Blow my mind. Holy shit.
Carl, yeah, we just asked you. Well, okay, in my perspective, it's disrespectful to ask a woman how old she is. I don't think.
I always ask.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's it can be very disrespectful, I think, to ask a woman how old she is, unless there's a very specific reason you're asking that is applicable. But you don't just walk up to women on the street. Boyfriend just turned 40. Oh, look at you.
keep up with that, youngsters.
There you go. I'm the youngster here. I just turned 19 last month.
I know, 19, 26, and
Oh my
57.
goodness. And I'm 27 and you're
Yeah, she said.
34. Nothing
Hey,
wrong with
whatever
that.
it works,
Nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that.
That's
Whoever
awesome.
is younger, so it's good to keep up with the youngsters.
That's
you know?
awesome.
He's 40, 57. Hey, it's always good to surround, like yourself with the positive people, young souls, bright souls. So it's good.
Definitely.
It's good. It's gonna bring you more energy, more life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys have any? I have $2.25. Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. So I'm right in between the two, age-wise.
25 and 30.
Yeah.
Are you going to be 28?
I'm gonna be 28 in August. Yeah. Art would love my 25-year-old. I bet he would. No comment from the Russian.
Yeah, I will leave that under the rug.
Amy's birthday call. Yeah, it's gonna be Amy's birthday while we're there.
Yeah, that's right. She's going to be
She'll be 26.
26. So you guys have 2 years difference.
So yeah, so she is gorgeous. Thank you. She's gorgeous. We don't have any plans in stone for her particular birthday day because we're moving around so much and we're just kind of going with the flow that day. That is one of the days I'll be at their house. So I'm sure we'll do like a dinner or something.
Family.
But surrounding that, yeah, we just have a lot of other things going on. Like I'll be in Dublin for a few nights. We're gonna do the take her to Hooters. I don't know if they have Hooters out there. I don't know if that might be. Sounds to me like that'd be an American thing.
Yeah.
But I'll be in Dublin for a few nights. I'm gonna do the Guinness Factory on Monday, the Jameson Factory the next day. We're going to a show on Monday, or no, I think it's Tuesday. Then we'll be in Galway for 2 nights, and then her place, and then I'll be in Cork for 3 nights, and then back at her place for her birthday, and then I come home. So.
How long have you guys been dating? That's the question.
Oh, I missed. I remember 8 months. 8 months.
Feels longer.
It just feel longer. We've been talking for 9 months.
Feels longer than
It
that.
does feel longer than that. Feels like
Yeah.
yesterday that all that shit
I
happened.
know, right?
In fact, the last Q&A the last time we did Q&As was before I knew her, which was, and funny to watch back those Q&As.
Ah, that's right. That's through that Q&A
One
to
of-
find out that you're single.
Yeah, that's a funny story. So and I would never tell this story on a public stream, but if you remember back last year when if you watched any of like our old videos, even the ones where it was just me, I made reference to a girlfriend several times in the videos, and I didn't have one, and I don't even know why I made a reference to one so many times. I think it was just an improv thing. I just kept referring to this girlfriend in my stories to this scammer, like the girlfriend that left me, the girlfriend that was in the other room, or this and that. So, single Pringle. See, Carl remembers fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I had made reference. So she thought I had a girlfriend. She was watching me for a while and thought I already had one. And rightfully so. I kept mentioning that I had one, even though I didn't. And I didn't even notice how much I referred to one that wasn't there. So we finally did a Q&A. It was either our first or second Q&A, but they were close to each other, and they were in September.
The second one.
Whatever Q&A we posted at the end of August, actually. Someone asked if we had girlfriends, and I said, no, I'm a single Pringle, and she saw that, and that was one of the reasons that she ended up texting me to begin with. So it's just kind of funny how that all worked out. And then the question before that in the Q&A was, have you ever been to New York? And I hadn't, and I ended up going to New York to meet her, and we were both there for the first time, and we met at JFK for the first time.
So you knock it.
So
like,
2 questions in a row had a
questions in a
big, had some, were both changed
Wow.
very quickly thereafter.
And tell me there is no destiny in the world,
Yeah.
in this life.
So
Unbelievable.
you need to talk about the animal. People keep asking about the bear story. Remember they brought it up in a stream and we never told it? Well, I'll tell it very, very quick. Basically, I owned a Dodge Dakota truck, in Reno with a camper shell on the back. It was a big, big truck. And I was driving home from Carson City The first video I saw from you guys was the guy said Osama bin Laden was his father. I think that was the first video. That's still the biggest video. That's like, that's the thing that started all of this. Yeah, driving a Dodge Dakota truck at about midnight from Carson City to Reno in Nevada. In like this kind of, it wasn't in the mountains really, but it was still like a highway, like in the hills kind of, in between the cities. And it was just very curvy and very dark. And I was driving and coming around a corner, and it had like, I wasn't not paying attention. I wasn't drunk. I don't drive drunk, but I wasn't doing anything wrong to distract me. It literally just happened so fast that I couldn't have done anything about it. I was kind of coming downhill around this corner, and all of a sudden in my beam of light was a bear in the road, in my lane. But he wasn't like standing up like, you know, like with this, like he was like on the ground, on all fours, like very low. So it was very difficult to see. And it happened so fast that my foot never left the gas pedal. That's how fast it happened. Like I never even touched the brake. I just, like just immediately. And thankfully I was in a truck because I went over him.
Oh, holy shit.
If I was in my car now, it could have killed me. It wasn't like a huge bear, but it was a bear. I mean, he was bigger than this coffee table. Like, I mean, he was a big, good-sized bear. So I hit him, and at first I didn't even know what I hit because it happened so fast. And I pulled over, and he was still laying back in the road, and cars kept hitting him after he was dead. It was a horrible sight, actually. So I called the cops. I'm like, yo, I just like hit a bear. I don't know if you want to do anything about it. He's still in the road, and he might cause an accident, another one. So they sent a highway patrolman out, and he came up, and he drives past me. He drives over to the bear, turns around, and kind of turns on his lights, and he's like flashing his like brights at me to like come over to his area. So I walk over to him, and he gets out of the car. He's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Good." And he walks over, and he's going like making sure the bear's like dead for sure, and. He's like, yeah, you know, because he actually like was a bear hunter, apparently, the cop. He's like, yeah, I actually know a lot about bears because I hunt bear. And he said, not like you hunt bear, but I hunt bear. And he's like, yeah, this is not a baby, but it's not a full-grown adult either. It's like a teenager bear, so for lack of a better word. And so he straps on these big old rubber gloves and basically grabs the damn thing and drags it out of the road like it was a stray piece of garbage. And I was just watching like, oh my God, it was very gory. And so he drags him off the road, and then he looks at my car, and I had a busted radiator. I had to get a new radiator, and but it was okay. No one was hurt, except for the bear. And he said, all right, have a good night. Watch out for bear. I'm like, I will. That was it. So to this day, I have a story. And I had bear fur in my bumper for, you know, God knows how many days before I noticed it. Pretty gruesome, but that was the bear. That was a legit story. That was from our Two Truths and One Lie stream.
Yep, I remember that.
But
and that's why I'm always next to you, and I see like a little hole in your ears.
Oh yeah,
in your ear, and that's why I know
pierced.
that you used to have
used to have an earring. Yeah. I don't know if it's still
for how long?
Complete.
How long have you been wearing that?
Wearing it? I'm not wearing anything. It's a hole in my ear. It's just there. I've had my ear pierced since I was like 9, but I haven't put an earring in it since I was like 12. So I don't know if the hole even goes all the way through anymore.
So who did it to you? Your mom?
And no, you just anywhere you get your ear pierced at a, you know, you get your ear pierced at a.
At age 9, you went and you did the ear pierce?
Yeah.
Why?
I wanted it. I wanted an earring. I don't know.
And since 9 to 12?
For like a few years. I stopped. I lost interest in it, and I stopped wearing it. But it never completely closed up. And maybe it did, and it just looks like it's there. I don't know. I have not tried to put an earring in there in over 15 years. So I don't know what's up. But yeah. But it's there, and it's not changing.
Yeah, it is, and that's why every single time, like, I see that hole, and that's why when you said, like...
Yeah, I used to wear an earring when I was a kid. And my parents let me do that. They're like, hey, if that's what you want, you know.
Yeah. They
wouldn't have let me like get a tattoo or anything, but it was minor enough that they let me. Oh, speaking of tattoos, no, I don't have any tattoos. Mm-mm. I think I get bored too easily. I think it would have to be something that will never, ever, ever have any chance of losing its value or, you know.
No, Carl, never. No. Heaven kill.
But you're Russian.
Yeah, well. So stereotypical. You're so American right now. You're Russian. You know, grizzlies walking on the street in Russia. Do you kill bears for a living?
Well, you love vodka, so I don't know. Some stereotypes are
Yeah.
true. Um, but yeah,
LOL.
just a big old bear in Russia walking down the road.
Yeah. No, no tattoos, right? No tattoos.
None, yeah. Like I said, I think if I were ever going to get one, it'd have to be very small, and it would have to be something that will never get old, you know, and that's hard. New England Patriots on my leg. Oh, nice.
Oh, are you a Patriots fan?
Nice.
Hmm.
4 tattoos.
Tom Brady.
There
I
you go.
love Tom Brady. Yeah, I love him more than Patriots, but it's just I love him as a great, like, the greatest athlete. Everything that he's accomplishing continues, you know, accomplishing at his age, at 40 years old, what he's doing is just incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah, what an amazing guy, that's for sure. I wanted only one tattoo in my life when I was in Olympic school, and I thought I'm gonna go to Olympics and I'm gonna win Olympics, so I would put 5 ovals and place where I got my gold medal, or any medal I will put, even for bronze, but I was shooting for gold one. That's the only tattoo that I've been dreaming about.
Maybe one day I'll get a Trilogy Media logo tattoo.
Yeah. Trilogy Media. Speaking of which, we need to, when you will get back, we need to go to DMV, you and me, and get 2 plates number, Trilogy Media. And put 1 and 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
001,
Trilogy
02,
1.
Trilogy 1.
Well, see, it's 7 characters, so we'd have
Yeah.
to shorten the trilogy word if we wanted a number,
Yep.
but we could do that.
That's what I'm thinking about lately. I was like,
TRLGY 1 and 2,
Yeah.
if it's available.
Yeah, well,
That'd be
I'm
cool.
sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so that's
Yin and yang, that's right.
Yes,
I could
yeah.
not do what I do without this guy, that's for damn sure. So, but speaking of Trilogy, does anyone have any musings, questions, wonderments that maybe you've always wondered, or about the future, or anything about the channel? or
Carl
anything?
knows everything.
Carl,
so
just
it's
ask Carl. I
definitely-
guess you could.
Exactly. Yeah, Carl was like, okay, hold on, let me check. What
Your
happened
6th video in
1998?
August 14th, you posted at 2:30. Your second line in, he said, how'd you get the name? Steroid use. Okay, a couple questions. Is steroid use in the Olympics for the Russian team as common as everyone says? Steroids, do people use it a lot in the Russian team?
Well, Carl, that's funny you brought this up because like yesterday somebody asked me. Let me tell you something. Every single athlete that you see on TV, regardless of sport, basketball, baseball, hockey, gymnastics, every single person on earth is juicing, using drugs. It's period. Nowadays, the country that win Olympics, it's not the one who has, you know, the most strongest, fastest athletes in the world. It's all about every single national team has pharmacy, right? So the country that has more power and more money covers up better. So right now the Cold War is back again, and right now like WADA is basically federation and department who is, you know, protecting athletes from, you know, like juicing and stuff. So to answer the question, everybody does it, but right now because of like political situation between America and Russia, America doing everything and the other alliances doing everything to expose, you know, what's going on. We had like Armstrong, and who've been saying for freaking 20 years that he's not using anything, and then at the end he was like, yeah, since day one I've been juicing. So when I was playing for Belarus, unfortunately I came from really poor country. Like the only thing that we've been doing is going to CVS, we can afford only vitamin C. That was my juicing, vitamin C. But I must, like, to be completely honest, if coach will come to me and say like, hey Art, if you want to play in NBA, if you want to sign like 200 million check like Neymar in Brazil, who is making 220 million euros, if I would have that little opportunity to play in NBA, to be in Olympics, to be like, you know, like get a sponsorship, I will do it without even thinking, because I know gonna change my life, my family life, and, you know, like people around me. So everybody's doing it, so there is not like one person do it and 10 people not doing it.
Wild Boy said, how do you get the name Trilogy Media?
How How did we what?
How did we get our name, Trilogy Media? We, well,
We've been drinking a lot that night.
well, in the very beginning, Trilogy was opened as a production company. The very first thing we worked on as the company was a web series. And we opened it as a production company to create films and web series and shows and stuff, which we still intend to do. But that's kind of how it was birthed as like a production company. And the name came from the fact that at the time there were three of us working together.
Started as a
Three dudes. That third person was a relationship that didn't end up working out. We've since parted ways, and you know, all for the better, because there's so much that has happened since then, and Trilogy's transformed into something totally different and so much better. So, but it originally was three dudes, but we didn't change the name because A, we liked the name. B, it doesn't have, the trilogy, the three doesn't have to be me, him, and that other guy.
No.
It can be me, him, and so many other things we want to make it to be, you know. So it can mean whatever we want it to mean.
We never even thought about it to change it. Never. It's like,
yeah, it stuck and it works and I like it and we liked it, and so.
And we come up with a name.
Yeah.
So like most of the stuff that we, in the beginning when three of us, you know, like we were part of the same team, we come up with a name and we show our ex business partner. We're like, hey, do you like this name? And he was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Trilogy Media.
Yeah.
So.
Have I told you too how I love you today? We love you too, Paulette.
Aww.
Well, in that, you know, that brings us to what we like to usually end every stream with, which is to, especially these streams, which is to express our gratitude and our appreciation for your faith in us, your support in us, your helping us, and, you know,
Believe in us.
yeah. Any like, comment, share that we get, we don't take for granted, and we appreciate it. But there's always an extra special place in our heart for those that go out of their way and do that extra thing to help us when you totally don't have to. So thank you to all of you, and thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being here. We have big dreams and big things, and wherever we end up, you have our word that we will never forget this. We'll never forget you. So.
Yeah, and we have people behind us, and that's most important.
I spend $25 a month on way stupider things. You entertain me so much. Well, I'm glad we can do that, and I'm so glad we can provide smiles, and, you know, thankfully it's something that we were blessed with, to have each other to be able to do that, and it's a dynamic that works, and we didn't join forces with the original plan to turn it into a scam baiting channel, but now it's turned into a really awesome, solid, structured foundation of one thing that's going to be a future of many things. So we're really, really excited, and we could not possibly be doing this without all of the supporters, but especially you guys for actually really caring this much. So
absolutely,
that means the world to us, and thank you from the bottom of our heart, because that we'll never get tired of saying that.
We're absolutely grateful. We remember where we came from, and we remember who we
were.
No.
Who was with us?
Yeah, who was with us? Yeah, who was with us from the beginning? You know, like, I know we're gonna hit 100K. I know we're gonna hit 1 million, and
the third person is the squad. That is right.
Squad, yeah.
Me, him, and the squad. That's Trilogy Media.
Squad.
I really like that.
Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
good.
Because squad is pushing us, you know, like
we couldn't do this if it's just you and I. We would
absolutely.
just be entertaining the wall. So you're absolutely right, Paulette. Me, you, and Boris. Otherwise, which that wouldn't do anything. So as cool as Boris is, Boris.
Oh, Pacho.
Pacho. He's right there. Pacho is in the scammer grammar pretty heavily. So it's awesome. I'm excited for you guys to see those videos. So Patreon, look out for them on Tuesday. You're gonna get them first. And then they'll be publicly released on the next 2 Thursdays. And then Wednesday, the next few Wednesdays, we have fun stuff that is just for Patreon. And I won't forget to put the uncensored versions of these scammogrammers up in that slate as well.
Yeah, that would be great.
You're probably going to get Ireland photo overload on social media the next 14 days.
Actually, it's not that.
His head did come off.
Oh.
But he went into surgery.
It was
we sent him to the ICU. Wednesday is the 4th, I'll be drunk. Well, great, you have all the more reason to watch and laugh, so. Yeah. Yeah, that's, gosh, 50, this is why I love these. I just blinked and 50 minutes went by. You'll have my support. Maybe one day I can work with you guys in the film business. Hey, absolutely. You know, we are very, very supportive of people that are chasing any dream. And if we can assist or help or provide advice or collaborate anytime in the future, we're always open to it. So thank you for the support, man. And we'll never forget that.
You guys are rock stars. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everything that you guys doing for us, for our future, and then just like you guys finding time to talk to us, you guys finding time to always
come to Arkansas and be in my short film. There you go. There you go. Next time, if I'm in Arkansas anytime soon, I will be sure to hit you up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that's what's going on. So
that's what's up. So
that's what's up. So
to sum up, yeah, I'm leaving Tuesday, early access YouTube video. Wednesday, Patreon exclusive. Thursday will be the public release. Same exact thing the following week. And Art, she'll send you a pic of her daughter.
All right.
You need to do that.
All right.
You gotta do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
And other than that, we'll both be social media active. So make sure to be there on Instagram and Facebook if you're not already. I think most of you are. And in fact, I know you all are. And other than that, holy shit, I gotta go to the airport.
Yeah, it's time to bring my brother to the airport, so.
Thank you guys again from the bottom of our hearts. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please be safe. Please have a safe 4th of July. And
no craziness, please.
Little bit of craziness. Safe craziness is okay. Thank you so much. Thanks. I will. Have a safe trip. And yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
This was fun.
And guys, as usual.
Thank you so much for watching. And to your very own direct flight. Yes, thank God. I would not want to stop or have to split that up. So a very special outro just for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to
Trilogy Media!
Bye guys. We love you so much.
So much love, guys. Happy weekend.
Have a great weekend. Bye.